Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
It didn't come on the call. It was because I was trying to get my kids to bed. And by the time I'd finished, I was just like 10 minutes before I went live. So I drank my tea, Holmes, and then I came live. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. It is Sunday. It's kind of fun day. Is it fun day? Maybe not. I don't know. It's always Sunday, and it's always fun day. It's always going to be epic, though, if you ask me. We've got a lot to talk through, a lot to get into. Is Donald Trump about to pump the market? Well, I think so, and I'm going to tell you why. In this live stream, I've had a couple of people message me today. They're like, 2-bit, why is Trump going to pump the market? I'm like, better turn your ass up onto the show, and then you're going to find out. As well as, we'll be chucking some marbles down the track as well. So all in the name of fun. I feel like I'm a little bit dark, actually. All in the name of fun this evening. So yeah, I hope you're doing very, very well. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're joining me on TikTok, tap that screen, locking those likes. Let's get it. Let's get bullish. We got lots to get through as always in tonight's show. And yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. It always feels a bit weird, doesn't it, coming back on a Sunday night? Because it's like we never saw each other last night. I obviously am incredibly emotional when I don't see you guys. I get really ratty and all the rest of it. But anyway, we're back. We're back. And yeah, we'll be getting into all and everything that you could possibly think of in tonight's show. So yeah, good news. Blair says bullish or bearish in the week ahead. Bullish. And I'm going to tell you why. I am going to tell you why. I did like some weird thing on TikTok as well, like a booster thing that I've somehow accumulated over the course of the last few months. So hopefully it does something. I don't know. I think what also helps is if you just tap that screen, locking those likes, hit the follow button, do all that kind of good stuff, which would be great if you could. And it does massively help out. So anyway, let's say hello to a few people and then we're going to get into it. Selmo says boom or bust, baby. I'm going boom. I like the fact that Reverend Jim Jones came in. He says, is this a TDS channel? I don't even know what TDS means, by the way. You guys hate Trump? Nope. We're not pro-Trump either. We're just kind of, well, I mean, some people love. I'm obviously from the UK, so I don't really care. And then I like the fact that then you followed it with, can I be a mod? Love it. Anyway, welcome. Tim's in the house. Good to see you, Tim. Appreciate you here. 37's here. What's going on, 37? You absolute massive legend. Blazer X in the building. Craig's here. Good to see you. As well as Fern is here. Robert Dover's here. Robert Dover riding the bonk chain today. Let's get it. Chipper, welcome to you. Good to see you, man. Tomato Pete, always good to see you. Jay Burns it. Daniel Holmes, RPM, says your hands full lurking for now. I don't know what that means, but welcome. John Shaw says, how are we doing all? Hope you're good, 2-bit. Yeah, I'm all gravy, baby. Kevin Sexton says, I miss your intro, 2-bit. Yeah, I know. I still, to this day, bear in mind, I deleted every live stream that I think had it on. I still got a, like a copyright thing today. I still got one. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, good to see you all. Brandon Howard says, Legends, great vids on the weekend, 2-bit. Kick King goals, brother. I'm trying to I'm trying to do some educational stuff and, no, there isn't. User 812-3550-320317. No, there isn't. Just turn up on this live stream. I do have a subscription channel or a subscription you can pay for. I think it's a couple of bucks that we put like a couple of alpha calls in there, but nothing crazy. Just tune into the live streams. We try and bring it. As well as we can do, keeping you guys posted on all the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency as always, bringing you the freshest, most up-to-date news there is. M. Kriegs, what's going on? Welcome to you, and then welcome to everybody tuning in on TikTok as well. Like I said, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Right. Good news. I'm going to just come out of it straight away. Let's go full max out. The rumor mill is working overdrive right now. Allegedly, we might see Donald Trump announce 0% capital gains tax on crypto. There you are. You can all, jump off the channel and that's it. See you tomorrow. Allegedly, that might be a thing. Now, we know that, or we certainly speculate that the rumor was he was trying to get it into the big, beautiful bill. That didn't happen. But there is a rumor going around, a fairly large circulating rumor. Now, this is Bo Hines here on the left-hand side. Obviously, the gaffer when it comes to digital assets, etc. There is a rumor right now going around that potentially we could see something. I think I'll leave it at something to do with capital gains tax, which I think could be very, very interesting. Stacey says, hey, 2-bit, hey, everyone, hit the like button. You know what it is. You know what it is. Nadar just came in and said sell, but I think you meant to say sell more, so it's fine. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see like that. Rumor mill going around now. Rumor Trump is pushing for 0% capital gains tax on all crypto investments in the US. Interestingly, there is a number of countries now that offer that, from places like Portugal to elements of Canada, not fully in there, but lots of countries now doing 0% capital gains tax. We'll talk about the ton news today. which is kind of crazy. Which is kind of crazy, actually, and I think we might have to start seeing some of those. Could I see Trump doing something like, if you get that Trump card, you can kind of get in for free, as an example, and do 0% capital gains tax, maybe. But when you sort of break it down, just FYI, like Germany offer you a very good 0% capital gains tax, as does Belarus, El Salvador, Portugal, we talked about, Singapore, very bullish. Most of Malaysia actually do it. Malta, Cayman Islands, obviously. Puerto Rico, Switzerland, albeit the cost of living in Switzerland is about 50 million quid. Georgia, and again, they are kind of the top ones. There is obviously a few others, but whether you'd want to go there and sell your cryptocurrency, I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty interesting. I could definitely see him do something. I think that could be pretty wild if that comes in this week. Obviously, it's pure speculation and rumor right now, but hopefully we will absolutely kind of get somewhere near there as well. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Farage said he'll drop crypto tax to 10% if he gets in. Yeah, I thought Keir Starmer might do something. I thought he might, but they're just going to tax our asses for $315 million coming in January 2026. But don't worry, I'm putting together a actual crack plan to avoid those taxes in a legitimate and safe way, not defrauding the tax office or anything like that. So stay tuned. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, you probably should hit the follow button. We'll keep you posted on that. Simon says, what's your thoughts on Jasmy? I'm still holding my Jasmy, still very much bullish on it. We'll talk about it right now as we go through the charts, and I'll give you my view on it. But yeah, still holding Jasmy. Still feel like we could be in for a good run on that. So, but like I said, taxes, we are going to walk through that. We're going to walk through how you stick with DeFi, how you avoid it, and how you prepare for 2026, particularly if you are in the UK, because they are coming for your cryptocurrency taxes, and you can either KYC or pay a £300 fine. We're going to find a way, and I'm going to tell you a way in which you can manage that. Make sure that you are obviously maximizing your potential returns, because I think that's the right thing to do. So stay tuned. We're going to have lots more coming for that. Right. So what's going on today in the market? Well, the market's been pretty good, actually. Obviously, I've just gone live, so you'll see the price of Bitcoin going up. What we can see, though, is here on the ribbons, it's all very bullish news. And more importantly, I think we're going to see a pretty interesting week. I actually think we're going to see a ton of upside. We could retest again, which if we did, by the way, if we were to retest this upper range, so the first time we did it, we actually went over 19 days before we retested again. Now, again, we've gone a whopping 24 days before we retested. So if, in my opinion, we can retest here, I actually think we'll see a break on this chart. So keep your eyes peeled. But I think that's going to come in this week. Then we're going to see some solid upside movements, maybe dovetailed on the back of some interesting Trump news. But Bitcoin, 108,718, nice uptrend coming in right now. Again, we want to see this kind of upper range, very much green, bullish, going to the upside. Volumes coming in as well, albeit very, very quiet weekend. Now, I've got some pretty cool charts to show you guys. Obviously, I'm aware that you guys can't see them on TikTok. It's not TikTok's fault, not mine, really. I try and do it, and then it goes, this isn't original content. We're going to ban you and all this kind of stuff. And I'm trying my hardest not to get banned. I kind of want this account to keep going. So, yeah, fingers crossed we don't do that. Craig, what's going on? Lauren Bab, welcome. Even says, Jerry the Turtle, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Craig's in the house. Michael, hello all. What's going on, buddy? Always correct. Jasmine is king. Like it. Paul Rose here as well. Yeah, good to see you. We'll all see that. Mudeng looking good. What's going on, M. Kriegs? Love the fact there. Do you mind me asking a question? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Crack on with any other questions. Unless it's like a weird one like, oh, how tall are you? How big is your like shoes or something like that? Like, you can ask whatever you want though. It's fine. So anyway, upside move. I think we could retest 109,000 while we're live on the stream. If you keep hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, keep him super bullish on what's going on, I think we'll see that upside potential come. Altcoins actually had a decent day, outperforming Bitcoin today. That's important to think about. 1.15 trillion up 1.34%, driven by Solana up 2.5%. Nice little move on Solana. Is on the macro downtrending though, so do be mindful. We could do with seeing a little bit further push. We need to probably see Solana around 160. That would probably invalidate the downtrend and certainly would show us there's a reversal. That would be good news as well. And then XRP at 215 is pretty good as well. That's broken out of this descending, no, the bull flag. Finally, we actually see XRP breaking out of this bull flag. Needs a bit more momentum though, which would be good too. So we'll see. We'll see. Why is Creator Designer BTC not known yet? It really makes me wonder. Who the hell is that? Creator Designer? No idea what that is. No idea what that is. If it's another content creator, it's pretty low if you want to put that in the chat, but feel free. Open new low leverage long on BTC, ETH, and Sol. Nice. Yeah. Blair, don't think that's a bad shout. Obviously, you're do it at your own peril, but yeah, I could see us getting some nice upside move this week. How many Maltesers can you fit in? Nearly, you massive chopper. How big is your greenhouse, 2-bit? Don't have one, took it down, mate. Took it down. Adam's here, 2-bit. What's going on, Adam? Good to see you, man. Welcome to you. Moto's in the house, well, as is Gary Lester. Welcome, everybody. Loads of new faces here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Also, I appreciate you guys being here as well. I mean, if somebody wants to rob you, he will hide his identity, right? What? I mean, I guess so. I have no idea what you're talking about. You've absolutely lost me. You've totally lost me completely. I don't know what you mean, Yosef. I have no idea what you mean. Satoshi is about to dump it all. Get out now. Craig, that's not true. I have some information for that as well. Right, anyway. What else going on the market? Kasparov gets a decent move at 3%. Zebek is really taking a hit right now. Hitting down to the 200 moving average. We need to see this bounce. Otherwise, Zebek looks cooked. I'm just putting it out there, right? Christine, what's going on? What's going on? So, yeah, we have to be mindful of what that looks like. And, yeah, Zebek, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it kind of has a reversal. I'm sure a lot of people are there. So next week we will have a big pump for crypto. If that's when the bull run's already going under now. We're well in the bull run. Bitcoin's at $108,000. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, AVAX up a little bit. Jasmy up 2.5. Holding up pretty well. If you look at market structure on Jasmy, by the way, look at the weekly candles. Yes, I know we saw this kind of move to the upside. However, Jasmy, in my opinion, is just sat consolidating. And I think we could be interested in a little bit more momentum push to the upside. We need to see this break back above. Downtrend still firmly on here for Jasmy on the weekly candle, but we are starting to move a small upside momentum, which I guess is kind of good news. And again, lots of driven by news, etc. So yeah, I think with Jasmy, hold on. I think it's going to be fine. We'll see. Now, lots of good movers down here. Bonk and the Bonk swap, or whatever it's called, the Bonk launchpad going wild. Lots of revenue coming in from some of those meme coins launching over there. Outperform pump.fun. Interesting that. Bonk pump, or whatever it's called. Really making a difference to the Bonk price and going absolutely crazy. So keep your eyes on that. People are dumping USDC and USDT into cryptocurrency, which is good news as well. And we'll talk about all the rest of it in just a minute. But overall, Bitcoin now 108,860 because you guys are tapping the like button and getting bullish, which I think is good news. Johan says, last chance to buy XRP for cheap. Maybe true. Maybe true. Right. We don't know who started BTC. That's true. I mean, we only know it was someone called Satoshi Nakamoto. No one else knows who it is. But anyway, I also invested in BTC, but I still question my investment until today. Why? If you invested in Bitcoin, I reckon you're probably okay. A specific go and understand. I always say this: go and learn what fragmented banking is, and that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Why Bitcoin is a different type of currency, and I think it's not a bad shout. So again, that's all I would do. Look at fractionalized banking. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Anyway, I speak truth. Marbitz is better than BTC, Craig. I don't think you're wrong. Bonk is going bonkers. Yeah, it really is. Actually, it really is. So, yeah, pretty interesting where this all sits. So, let's dive into a couple of very interesting charts going on just to confirm what we've been talking about. Look at this one. Long-term holders. The output profit ratio of spent outputs. Basically, anyone holding Bitcoin for longer than 155 days is on here. So, here we go. Look at this. Nice little move on the upside. But what we do know, and this is, by the way, that big 80,000 that we think's Roger Ver. We're pretty confident it's Roger Ver. Moved it for a wallet upgrade is what we believe that's happened. Again, that's why nothing's happened. That's why it's sat where it is. And actually then it goes back to the complete normal level. What does this tell us? Long-term holders are still very much locked into this market. Very much locked into this market. You could double it with the short-term holders, which you actually saw a general uptick in. They're actually, the short-term holders are actually selling a little bit more than long-term holders, which we've been talking about for ages. So I think it's really interesting to look at the long-term holders. Absolutely fine. I think we're in a very good place. Also, we are directly, once again, back correlating with that M2 global liquidity that people have been talking about for ages. We are back. We saw big injection. China doing some big moves with global liquidity. Expect some of that. Russia doing the same as well. And there was a really interesting statement. I don't know if you guys saw it from Cynthia Loomis today saying that if America went and bought Bitcoin as a government entity, it would spook China and Russia into almost an arms race to try and see who could buy the most Bitcoin in the shortest period of time. Would be insane for price action. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Obviously, a lot of people now predicting that we are in that final parabolic phase. The exact schedule, just like 2017 and 2021. Skip the 150 to the right low cap, 100K, potentially, even on forward. So again, we're absolutely playing out where we need to get to. And again, just to reaffirm what I was talking about, the long-term holder supply is now at an all-time all-time high. Think about that. Think about that. User says, I love Bitcoin. Thanks for the gift, 37. The Go Popular, I appreciate it. If you want to support the work, by the way, you can just tap on here and send us some sort of gift or whatever. Also, you just tap the screen, and we love those likes. If you can get to 10,000 likes, we can just get super bullish on this stream. If the one who started it just pulls the plug and disappears, nobody we can hold accountable. That's true. That's true. That's true. And that is always the risk a little bit. But ask yourself this question. Why? Well, I think it might even be too big now. What does he have? 1 million Bitcoin? I guess maybe it would totally crash the market, but I think it's too big. It'll be too big to rig right now. Too big to rig, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, not a lot of bulk Bitcoin left. That's true. That's true. That could go below 2 million this week, I think, as well. Breaking news: XRP got to $15. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sat has 1 mil BTC. Yeah. So I mean, in theory, he could dump all of that, but I mean, yeah, I feel like it's too big. If you think about it, what's in circulation? Like 15 million. So yeah, it would make a big dent in the price. But again, the fact that that wallet's been super dormant forever, I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I don't think. The Titanic was also too big to fail. Yeah, but that's like, yeah, you're right. But the difference here is that's like saying that the captain of the Titanic deliberately stayed into an iceberg. That's what the two things aren't comparable. If you were to say, the manufacturers of the ship made sure that it was going, that they came on board and stole everything off the ship and sunk it, then that's different. But what you're basically saying is that the captain deliberately drove into an iceberg, which that wasn't the case. So again, my steer on this would be, if you are not comfortable with your investment in Bitcoin, take it out, move on. Don't invest in a risk-on asset, which Bitcoin is still that. But understand, why would Michael Saylor still looks like he's going to buy some more Bitcoin tomorrow? BlackRock buying huge amounts of money. That's my view. So many dead BTC wallets, it can't die. That's true as well. That's true. Anyway, long-term holders looking super, super bullish. And then this I thought was super interesting. I just wanted to double down on this a little bit. RWA tokenized stock metrics are booming, and they're booming on Solana. Very interesting indeed, by the way. Thanks for the follow, Ella. I appreciate that. They are booming on Solana. So if you're ever in a world of going, well, I'm super bearish on Solana, it was kind of the meme hype, and now it's a waste of time and I hate it, you are so unfortunately sadly mistaken. In my opinion, you are going to miss out on it. Oh, nice. We got the first Marbitz entries. Let's get it, baby. Wallet number DFA 41. You are in, baby. I got you. Right. So yeah, this is interesting. Solana, definitely not dead. And absolutely, in my opinion, a blockchain to keep your eyes peeled. When you've got tokenized assets going over there, in particular, you've got a lot of US treasuries, as well as Ondo looking at moving on to Solana. We know the Ethereum EVM chain went over there as well. As a side note, that means anything that's built on Ethereum will soon be able to run not only on Solana, but on XRPL as well. So think about that as we play through, and you can see the adoption there to Solana. Very, very interesting. That's why we're getting a nice move, 2.8. Don't forget, it's generating fees. We've talked about this before. Massive fees, actually. Keep your eyes peeled. I think Solana's set for some pretty spicy moves over the course of the next, certainly 3 months, I would argue. Good. Okay. AMG, what's going on, buddy? When it comes to crypto, you have to KY Shay. Love that. 457 found 700 Bitcoin, no ledger. Yeah, get out of here, 50%. 50%! Sure, the guess, 6 mil BTC are missing in wallets with lost key. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of missing BTC in there. What are your thoughts on Pyth? We talked about this the other night, actually. I think Pyth still has a good opportunity to move, definitely. And I think it's just a matter of time. But yeah, I think we were in that for a small period of time in the investment fund. Don't think we are anymore. What's your top 3 holdings? Ethereum, XRP, and Solana right now. Yeah, I just staked some more Solana, actually, which is kind of nice. So yeah. Good news. Good news. Why would you look beyond Chainlink as an Oracle play? That's true. Chainlink still has a big opportunity as well. So good. Good. Right. Rattling through it. Let's get into some of the news then. Look at this. The final word on the whale moving $8 billion. Here's the possible reason behind the transaction. Now, I actually did a video about this, if you haven't seen it, which has direct links to the Mt. Gox wallets, these very much Satoshi era wallets that allegedly are moving. Now, Arkham Analysis are now saying that the Bitcoin whale is moving its assets from a traditional 1 address format to a more modern and secure BITUNIX address format, which starts BC1Q. This is the thought to provide increased security, lower transaction fees, and long-term storage for Bitcoin holders. So, again, the best way to kind of look at it, and it's really interesting when you start getting into some of this kind of stuff, is understanding a lot of the wallet structure and how they go through these little indicators. Equally, when you go to something like a decentralized wallet, they can have little indicators in it. But if you go to Bitcoin and you look at what all the new wallets do look like, it's very interesting. It looks like they are all, like we said, upgraded wallets. So see, look, BC1Q, BC, every single wallet is a BC1Q wallet, which is where we believe it is moved to a more secure, modern wallet. And just to let you guys know, every single one of these wallets is holding the exact amount of Bitcoin that was transferred over to them as well. So you could, I think, with relative confidence say they are not dumping that bag. That's just my opinion. And I think they would. So yeah, very confident. And, you know, look, the reality is, why would anyone need to go and dump $9 billion worth of Bitcoin? Like, it's just no point whatsoever. Like, complete craziness. Anyway, that's where we get to. And that, by the way, is the announcement. Here it is. Look, address starting with 1. P2PKH is Bitcoin's first address. Again, P2SH is the multi-sig and SegWit compatibility. And then the BC1Qs are the latest format. And that's obviously giving us a bit of an indication. So, again, you can kind of rest assured and be like, all right, we're kind of okay. And I think that's very much bullish and optimistic as where we get to. So if you're panicking, don't worry about it. Right, in some more bullish news as well. Ethereum priced to hit $6,000 this year. I think that's an underestimation, by the way, just my opinion. But the pseudonymous analyst, Weslad, is believed that Ethereum is caught to a tug of war between wildly differing futures. A historic surge past 6,000, soul slapping plunge to 1,800. So you've got lots of, I think, companies going to announce this week they're going to go into Ethereum treasuries. We know that Robert Lee, I think his name is now starting to raise well in excess of $250 million to start the first Ethereum-based treasury company. We know Saylor's going to potentially buy more Bitcoin tomorrow, so watch out. I think you're going to see a couple of other companies start to talk about Ethereum as a big mover, and I think you're going to see Wall Street absolutely coming in as well. So keep your eyes peeled, particularly when you talk about Ethereum. Titan of Crypto has us at a 4,100 target, and we're not that far off in terms of where that could go. So Ethereum, by the way, looking pretty solid, 25.46, still trading within this range that we've been talking about for a while. We do obviously need to break above that. 27.20 is where I'll give it some attention, as in a big move to the upside. As of yet, we're sort of not in that place, but look, I certainly think we are working towards that. We're working towards that, aren't we? Which I think is a good news story. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on that. Has ETH lowered the gas fees? Yeah. ETH Layer 1, they've introduced blobs. They've introduced I can't remember what it's called now. I want to say Septic, but it's not Septic. It's something else. So yeah, Ethereum Layer 1 fees are actually reasonable. They are actually reasonable. They're still not as good as things like Solana, Base, Casper, but they're reasonable from a Layer 1 perspective. They are. So yeah, good news. Right, let's get into this crazy news as well. TON now offering the UAE Golden Visa for stakers, making residency by crypto a reality. Now, if this isn't a way of trying to dodge some sort of tax, I don't know what it is, but Telegram's open network source announced an interesting initiative, a 10-year UAE Golden Visa to investors who stake $100,000 worth of TON for 3 years. That is like a crazy number. The program dramatically lowers the entry threshold for residency into the United Arab Emirates and the first of its kind. So you stake 100k worth of TON. I think it's then 30k to get into the UAE, and then you can get crypto tax free. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? Big move. I actually don't know what the price is, though. I didn't look at TON coin today, but I mean, that's kind of wild that it's going. That, yeah, a big partner with UAE. That tells me a couple of things, by the way. It tells me the UAE is super bullish on cryptocurrency, and tells me the TON coin ecosystem is going to be wild as well. So, yeah. Bonk Eco growing crazy. Yeah, we were talking about that right at the very start. 37, thanks for the ice cream, my man. We're talking about that right at the very start. I'm going to drop you guys out some coins. So, look, enjoy. Grab some coins if you want to do what you do with them. There you go. Look, tap up there. Get them. Unlocks in 3 minutes. You want to help out and support the channel, there's also some bits you can do here. Keep tapping that screen. Locking in those likes. We're at nearly 7,000 likes. Massively helps out the channel. Lets people know we're here. Likewise, guys, on the YouTube channel, if you could hit that like button. We've got 95 people in here. So, everybody go down there. Tap that like button. Let's get bullish. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it's highly worth it, in my opinion. We got all the latest news, reviews, technical analysis, and whatever you want. If you guys want to ask a question, rock and roll. Let's do it. So many influencers saying we're going to blast up these upcoming weeks. That's true. That's true. I am going to be one of them. Best thing to do as well is backtracking to figure out when he bought the Bitcoin and how much Bitcoin they actually bought. Does anyone want to answer Craig? Craig, how long have you been part of this channel? Just read what you've just put again, and then see if you want to ask that question again. Honestly, Craig, come on. Anyway, look at this. Lots of buzz. Big news, Toncoin just launched groundbreaking initiative. Are we going to see some more? This would be pretty crazy if we do. I think we could definitely see a pretty bullish outlook, in my opinion, by the way. 37, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Right. Let's continue on. Bitcoin exchange outflows continue to rise with investor confidence now reaching an all-time high. We have to caveat this, by the way, because it's kind of like investor confidence at an institutional level. What you can see here is that Bitcoin exchange inflow outflow ratio on the 30 days, it is plummeting for inflows. A July 5th post analysis on this Dark Force revealed Bitcoin has continued to flow out of centralized exchange over the past few months. The online crypto pundit mentions that this trend reflects the growing confidence in investors long term. Everyone's pretty bullish on what is going on, in particular when you're talking institutional investment. And I think that's worthwhile just thinking about where that all goes, and more importantly, what certainly could come over the course of this next week. I think it's definitely worthwhile referencing that. What we can do is, obviously there was a lot of Bitcoin kind of chucked around, lots of money kind of thrown in. I think it's important just to reference kind of where that puts, but we'll see. I think we're going to see some pretty interesting moves this week. I could see Wall Street deciding to come back in and come back in big. So we'll see. Fit in Crypto, what's going on? Good to see you, man. What a bonk. Yeah, bonk's going crazy. You see all about the bonk ecosystem. It's going to be crazy. 2 minute, my phone's buffered in the beginning, had to reboot. We are, yes, indeed, Tim. Yeah. 100,000 bits to the wallet in the pinned address or in the description. And then we'll see where we get to. We might do a first and second. So yeah, good news. Right. Keep tapping that screen, everybody on TikTok. Keep getting bullish. We're nearly at 10,000 likes. I appreciate it. Over 100 viewers on the live stream on YouTube as well. So shout out to you guys tuning in for all the bullish news that's going on. So again, exchange outflows, very optimistic. World Liberty Finance. Okay, we haven't talked about these guys for a while, but it is worthwhile talking about them. It feels like my TikTok stream's going a bit weird. I don't know why. Anyone know why it's going a bit weird? Feels like I'm delayed for some reason. Anyway, World Liberty Finance. They are sat, not doing a lot. If we're honest, we're certainly going to be keen to see what's happening. And certainly the USD1 stablecoin that they've got, very interesting. What is interesting though is they've got a lot of Ether paired stablecoins and things like wrapped BTC and wrapped Ethereum. Very interesting indeed. Now, there's lots of debate right now around this, and a lot of debate around what they might do. And we could see some stuff this week as well. So I think we're going for a pretty big week for cryptocurrency. In particular, I think World Liberty Finance could be doing some crazy stuff. I will keep you guys posted on what that looks like. And then finally, just for all you altcoin investors, we didn't talk about this last week, and we ended up probably just missing the boat. So I just want to talk about a couple of token unlocks, just to keep you guys posted on that. What a Floki. I'm not a huge fan, but I believe their game's out now. Floki doing pretty well, I think. Johan says 100% true. You know it. We got it dialed in here. We got it dialed in here for sure. Good. Right. Craig holds 1 million. Craig is back on the... Oh, dear me. Good. Right. Let's get it. Right. Token unlocks. Let's just keep an eye on what's going on. So, Monday. Not that this really matters. You got Osmo and Flux. No one cares. Tuesday. Obviously, Trump has delayed the tariffs. Have you seen this? The 90-day hiatus, President Trump's new reciprocal tariff policy, which began on April 9th, which will end July 8th, has now been delayed. August the 1st. Watch out. You're going to see a big move in the markets, I think. I think we're going to see something pretty bullish. Look, I mean, I haven't got a crystal ball. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a crystal ball, but when you start to break some stuff down, tariffs have been delayed. There's only going to be one reason, in my opinion, that that's happening. So I think we'll see some capital flowing around. I think there'll be some good news stories. And certainly I feel like that's going to be going in the right direction. So yeah, keep your eyes posted on what that looks like. Very much a lot of non-entities when it comes to rate cuts. That obviously still is playing out. We do have, though, and again, remember this could be very interesting. Coming on Wednesday, July 9th, we have the minutes from the federal FOMC meeting, which we've been talking about for a while, and how this is all going to play out. Why is this important? It's going to tell us exactly how the Federal Reserve voted at the last meeting. I don't think we're going to see a clean sweep. I actually think you're going to see a divide. And a divide is good because a divide may then tip us over the edge when we ought to actually see those Fed rate cuts coming in. So very much keep your eyes out for it. But that delay on tariffs, good news, in my opinion. Tariffs being finalized, just lingering over the market now. Not good. I agree. We expect, I believe, the India done, France done. I feel like there's a couple of other countries in terms of tariffs that are going to be done. And then I believe a lot of letters have been sent, allegedly, lots of memos, whatever you want to call them, around these. So keep your eyes on that. CELO has a pretty big unlock coming on Wednesday. Be mindful of that. Obviously, we have the Fed publishing the minutes, which is going to be important. And on Thursday, the Mallorca blockchain, no one cares. We have the jobless claim, expected 235, previous 233. This might come in way lower, by the way. Way lower. Because don't forget, there was a boom in job markets numbers. That came in crazy good. So, yeah. And then we have the 8th or ATH starting July 12th. Node license will become tradable on-chain through a new marketplace designed to provide liquidity for decentralized computing infrastructure. Keep your eyes peeled on that. So a pretty bullish week on that. Wednesday is going to be a good day, I think. Let's hope so anyway. Let's hope Wednesday's pretty good. Right. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin right now. Hey, OPF Norfolk, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Greg says, I don't have a crystal ball either, but I do have a and that's true. Can you imagine if we a rate cut the day before Trump sets tariffs? I mean, that would be crazy. Firepower as we all well, maybe. It depends. Fire Powell and put Scott Besson in there. Yeah, we're gravy. 10,000 likes already. You guys on TikTok are crushing it, by the way. 105 people on the live stream on YouTube. You guys couldn't get to 60 likes. What the hell? Like, come on. Come on. No one can kick a can further than the SEC. That's true as well. That is true as well. So, yeah, good news if you ask me. Good news. But yeah, keep tapping that screen, everybody. Keep locking it in. Remember, the more you tap, you get into this little, like, cool bit at the top. So if someone is there, sat in gold. I don't know who that is. 37, I think it's you. But looking super bullish. So keep tapping that screen. Keep locking in those likes. If you're not already following me, hit the follow button. Noodles, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Right. Anyway, good news, I think. Let's hope the market's going to keep with us. And yeah, it feels like we've got some good news stories coming this week. I am pretty much optimistic for a solid week. And I know people are saying, oh, triple top 2-bit, triple top. Or you could argue and say inverse head and shoulders, careful 2-bit. There's an inverse head and shoulders. Sorry. There we go. I don't know what I'm drawing. Move on 2-bit. Jesus Christ. The W pattern, baby. That's what I'm more interested in. The W pattern. Let's keep it there. We need a pump. Michael, what's going on, buddy? However, I'm curious to see what Trump will do with this Texas crisis now to not affect the market. Yeah, well, I mean, they've got money. As long as FEMA's got some money, then we're good. AVAX, good or bad? Noodles, AVAX, I am bullish on. I have a good bag of AVAX. The only thing that annoys me with AVAX a little bit is it's so difficult to stake. So you have to stake it with Trader Joe's, which is based on price difference, and I don't like that. It's super awkward to try and trade. So, but yeah, I like AVAX. I think their ecosystem is still set for a solid move as well. So yeah, we'll see. Shut up, Holmes. I saw that. Shut up. What's going on, Blazer? You massive legend. In both, actually. Nitro says, we all see what we want to see. I don't see a triple top. I don't see a triple top either. Just FYI, by the way. I don't see a triple top. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. XRP pretending to try. I mean, XRP, I think, again, this breakout here on the daily, we have, however, been rejected nearly every single day. We need to see breakout. We've got to get above. Where would you argue? It's probably a little bit higher. You're probably in around 230. I think I always, didn't mean to do that. I think I always said 232 was kind of where I want a little bit more optimism. 232 gets us, 232 is probably where you want to see that breakout, if I'm honest. That, for me, would signal a solid move for BTC. And again, hopefully we can get it. Oh, sorry, for XRP. That would be a good news story, but that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Lower highs there before the XRP chart. That's true. Well, at least I saved money on my car insurance. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. It went up too. Oh, Robert Ballard. Come on, bro. Come on. Johan, thank you so much for the 14. I have no idea what they are, but thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. What up with when Lambo Finance? Total supply only 1,000. Oh, some people do that, Doug. Remember that, like, it was like Bark or something, or Tree Sap that came out, and it had a total supply of 1. It just depends what you want the price of your token to be at, really. That's my opinion. Bimalak says, hard to stake. Tomato says, XRP ticking on nicely. Yeah, I mean, this break is in, by the way. Decisions. That's what we need to look at now. So we got two very interesting moves on XRP. This was this was the kind of big one, wasn't it, here? That we came in and then we got that break on XRP. Yeah, we'd argue it's probably going to be driven by a lot of new sentiment, but, that was kind of the first one, the break to the upside. We're in a very interesting decision right now. Everything looking bullish for XRP. So I could see a breakout, hopefully, to the upside. I think that'd be good news. And yeah, let's see what the rest of the market does. But altcoins finally had a good day, which I think is nothing to be disappointed with, in my opinion. Right, a couple of people getting in on the race. D677, welcome. And F110 is in. So far, 3 of you guys. Let's get it. The dip creates buys. Exactly. And hopefully we get some more upside momentum coming in. Like I said, what's going to be interesting is the markets have been closed over the weekend. Obviously, 4th of July, all those celebrations, the big, beautiful bill passing, which kind of feels like that's kind of fizzled out. And everyone's a bit like, all right, let's crack on then. Tomorrow, the ETF markets open again. We'll see what they look like. I could see them coming in to buy, especially if there is a rumor mill going round of a potential 0% or capital gains tax. That'll be pretty crazy. So we'll see. Randomized Zebec all the way back down. I'm hoping to get my investment in XRP from it because I never want to sell my XRP. Michael, yeah, Zebec is having a really rough time. I was talking about this earlier. It did bounce off the 200 moving average though, which is kind of good news. It's kind of good news. When we last did that off the big dump down, he actually saw a nice little pump to the upside. So we'll see. Zebec is still relatively new, but worthwhile thinking about. Match Bear, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. Let's get to 20,000 likes. Keep tapping the screen, baby. Let's do it. I still buy XRP at $5 in the coming years. Fair play. So buy Zebec. Always follow the trend in crypto. Yeah, never round trip things. Not a good idea. But I know that I once went against Tim, Cheese, and everyone else, and they were like, "Oh, stronghold to the moon, baby. Stronghold to the moon." That was a bad idea, selling mine, wasn't it? Jesus. Anyway. Not too much going on in the world of DeFi, by the way. Marbitz at 1,670. We had a couple of sells today. I don't know wallet number 7041 is, but they sold today. Yeah, probably way more outside than inside. But hey, we're working through what that looks like for the next view. So yeah, worthwhile thinking about. Not anything else crazy going on. I've been kind of having a deep dive and look into Ape Store. Not that I haven't done anything because I think it's pretty crazy, but yeah, don't have anything on the DeFi side of things. That LAILA one seems to be doing pretty well. LAILA, is that right? No, what's it called? Cheese? LAIKA, is that right? LAIKA, like or something. Which one was it? Is it on base? Was on base. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's down 30%. Oh, Jesus. That took a big dump from yesterday. Albeit, he's trying to push back to the upside. Interesting. Using common sense in crypto gets you wrecked. I mean, that's true as well. What the BTC CME gap sent us back down to 107. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think people put way too much emphasis on CME gaps. I think people just make it up half the time. If I'm honest. And I know that sounds stupid, but I just feel like people just make stuff up when it comes to that CME gap. It's like, oh, it's got to fill the CME gap. Has it? Why? Let's look at pre-market. Let's look at the pre-markets and see what the pre-market's showing. Because remember, last Sunday, they were looking crazy bullish. Now, it's quite early on, but... So, fair value futures up a little bit on the Dow. The S&P 500 looks like it's down. NASDAQ down. Yeah, futures markets look a bit naff. So, we might see a little bit of a pullback. I guess it depends what the FTSE's going to do. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange and the Nikkei look like they're going to be flat pretty much. FTSE looks like it'll be unchanged. So, still quite early in terms of what that looks like, but yeah. GLMR, anybody? Oh, I heard people talk about that. I don't know anything about it though, but I definitely heard people talk about it. Yeah, we'll see. Craig, South African, what? Craig said, what's Lenny, Lion, and stuff doing? I've no idea. I've absolutely no idea. Have you heard of Meme Link by Pablo Crow? Yes. Yes, I have. I had good trades on that useless, such a good name to do well. Nice RPM, I like it. I like it. Yeah, but think about CME gap there, historic value base before ETFs. ETF have now changed the market. I think so. Like I said, I think lots of people just use the CME gap as a way of like justifying a market pull down. Like when the market's closed on Friday, why would the traditional... I think we're less pinged to the stock market than we've ever been, personally, is my opinion. Personally, my opinion, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What's it called? Lemmy or something? Is it Lemmy the Lion? No, that's Lemmy the Bat. What's it called? Leone? Is that one of them? Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't even know. Anything got more expensive? You think about it, not even a bread gets cheaper. Long-term hold. Well, that's true. That's true. Don't agree with that. If stocks don't perform, crypto won't. Yeah, that's true, but I don't necessarily think because the stock market needs to fill in a CME gap from Friday that Bitcoin dumps. That's my point. I'm not saying... I think we're less pegged than we've been before, definitely, but I think people which are like, oh, CME gap needs filling. The CME gap's got nothing to do with Bitcoin. Nothing at all. Has in traditional stocks, but not in Bitcoin, I don't think. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. But, I mean, you could argue and say the stock market's at a record high right now, and Bitcoin's a little bit behind. I mean, look at the S&P 500, by the way. 62.35. Jesus Christ, that's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. The NASDAQ is crushing it right now. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. I don't know what the yen's doing, though, Craig. No idea what the yen's doing, FYI. BNB looks pretty good as well. Just saying. AMEP was moving nice earlier. AMEP, I don't even know what that is, but let's have a look. AMEP. Oh, the American Party. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised this wasn't doing very well. The whole Elon thing's a bit weird, isn't it, personally? Yeah, I mean, this one, 70k. Or is there loads of different ones? I feel like there might be loads of different ones, but it's got some sort of weird volume bot on it. I watch CME Gap every weekend. I've yet to see one not get filled. Maybe I'm nuts. Nitro, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. I like this camera angle. Let's get it, Blazer. Let's get it. It's much more personal, isn't it? What's going on, Blazer? Hey? Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Don't look anywhere else. Just look into my eyes. That one's bullish. Okay. Let's stick it on the old Listerine node. See what it does. It's up 351%. Nice. Bit scary, Lauren Bab. Well, I can see that. The supply shock figure does not add up. Somebody is lying. What do you mean? Wealth Ranger, good to see you, man. If I were a girl, I think Blazer would like me. Keep tapping that like button, though. Who's going to be the top? Gifter and Liker. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, I don't have anything else. What's this one? Oh, this is what we were talking about the other day. What's it? 274 million market cap. Holmes called this one. What's that move? What is that move? What, bro? Oh my God, this thing's looking crazy, Holmes. Tim says, get in the race, guys. You know it, baby. You know it. I'm keeping an eye on the wallets. We got, what do we got? So far, we have only got 3 entries so far. 100,000 bits to the wallet in the description. Thanks for the ice creams. I really love doing more crypto bot trading and Forex. What do you guys do? I don't really do as much trading. I do occasionally do some trading, but not very much. I did try grid bot trading, actually. I did actually try that, but you need a very stable market to make that effective, or very low ranging markets. Whereas I think Bitcoin right now is kind of wild, if I'm honest. We're seeing some pretty heavy volatility moving. I mean, just look at that from the dailies. You know, if you think in the last week, we've wicked to 105 and wicked to 110.5. Like, that's super, super, like, volatility. Mike says, how much impact do you think that Brad Garlinghouse will have when he addresses the U.S. Senate Banking Committee? Not a lot. Not a lot, because the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, I think most of them are still on the fence when it comes to cryptocurrency. Obviously, quite, you know, a few of them are definitely moving more pro-cryptocurrency, but yeah. I don't necessarily think it's going to be the craziest thing that we'd hope for. XRP looking strong. I hope the bank stuff comes through. Yeah, so do I. So do I. One question, does Ethereum control ARB price? No. The thing with Arbitrum is it's a DAO token. It doesn't really have any utility other than being a governance token. But yeah, Arbitrum is just a layer 2. Yeah, just a layer 2 Ethereum blockchain. So no, it's like Polygon Matic. Ethereum doesn't really affect that. They're not directly linked. So yeah, I've been holding leverage longs on BTC since 93k. Nice, bro. I like that. I like that. Love the progress on Buffon. I remember getting in at $2,000. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Wow, thanks for the Thunder Hammer and the ice cream cones. Let's get it, you guys. Love it. Love it. If I was a boy, I need a wooden... right, okay, yeah. Fine, on Bitcoin, I get that. Yeah, auto text. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, decent that. I remember getting BTC at 2K. Yeah, 2017 I first got into Bitcoin. 2017, man, honestly, how everything would be so much different. But I got into cloud mining, which was never a good idea, and I got wrecked on loads. I lost lots of money. And I got into BitConnect. What's the BitConnect? Stan, what's going on? What do you want to know, Stan? I can show you some charts if you want. Hold on, let me flip the camera. How do you like this one, Blazer? Oh, I can show you this. Here we go, look. Here's some charts, baby. We were talking about this earlier, the Bitcoin chart. Very much a nice bullish momentum push from the lower end. Starting to wick up, albeit that's a pretty aggressive candle. You probably want to take it from this green, actually. Looking like we can hold this line. XRP is doing some very similar story stuff as well. So that's looking pretty optimistic if you ask me. This is on the hourly chart. Go to the 12-hour. What you can see here on the bands is a very bullish outlook. Not so much in terms of volume coming in, but very much optimistic where this sits. In my opinion, we could definitely see some more upside moves. If you start to look here on the Fibonacci, you can go in a little bit nearer. You can see that we wicked above the 109.5, which is the 0.5. We can currently come down. Maybe we drop to 108.600 on the 0.382. We want to see a blast off. Maybe the 618 at 109.5 would be pretty good as well. So yeah, good news story. I think lots of positives. I am still trying to work out how I can show the screen, but it all gets a bit weird, basically. I don't know how other people do it and what they stream through, so I'll have to try and work it out. But yeah, 103 will be coming by Wednesday. Ponke, 103. Bro, you're cracked. You know that. You are absolutely off your rocker. Not a chance. Unless something crazy happens, in my opinion. In my opinion. Go on then. Why do you think we're going to get to 103? I got into crypto in 2022. Terra Luna FTX crash is great fun, man. Tomato Pete, I imagine, yeah. I mean, definitely. By the way, BitConnect was one of the biggest Ponzi schemes you've ever seen in your entire life. That thing was rubbish. I remember sat there at my missus' mum and dad's house for Christmas, watching my credit card leverage funds go to zero. Davo's in the house. What's going on, Davo? Love the heart me's. That's what gets you seen. That's what gets the channel hyped. Keep tapping as well, everybody. 20,000. You guys are crushing it, FYI. Guys are effing crushing it. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. It does massively help out. And like I said, we're keeping things bullish. We're keeping things moving and grooving, baby. We're trying to bring you the absolute alpha in this market. Make sure you're dialed in. Make sure you're dialed in. All you got to do is tap the like button, hit the follow button, do all that good stuff. It's going to keep you very much aligned to what's going on in this market. Hey, the Pulse player says, Pepe Ascension will be big. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. I got fractal overlaid. I got a fractal overlaid, which we have followed perfectly. Next stop, 103. Ponke is bearish, everybody. I for the hope of everybody, I think for the hope of everyone, I hope you're wrong, if that makes sense. No hate, just hope you're wrong. It's still a higher low. Yeah, I guess you could argue that. You could definitely argue that. You could argue from that, that we're in a downtrend if you want. However, I would also argue on the 12-hour though, we have actually broke the downtrend. If you were to do that, in my opinion, if you take the high from May, so May's all-time high, run it through, you would argue and say, well, we just broke the downtrend on the 12-hour chart. Whether that plays fruitful on BTC, on the weekly, I think it's probably less obvious. You'd argue that we didn't manage to break it on the daily chart. So you could say, yeah, do you know what? We're probably in a key bit. We probably need to see a close above. A 109 close would probably give us some optimism that the reversal may come in. Maybe. Fractal overlay, respectfully. I don't know what it is, Holmes. I remember when Bitcoin was ZAR. What the hell does that mean? You've seen the British Lion 2025 1 ounce gold bullion coin and silver one? No. Let's see how we go. I don't mind being wrong. That's true. Yeah, fractal overlay. Maybe I need to get into some more chart stuff. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're wrong. Right, okay. I see. That makes sense. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. We're at 22,000 likes. Also, don't forget, if you're live on YouTube, when we hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Remember, we break down the crypto markets every single day except Saturday, bringing you all the latest, and we are live streaming to you guys, as well as putting content out every single day so that you guys are just primed for your portfolios to keep growing. That's what it's all about. Right, okay, Holmes, that makes sense. I'll have a look at it and see what it's all about. I think, I mean, there's a big debate, isn't there, that we could go into a 5-year cycle, which would be pretty wild, if you ask me. Would be pretty wild. So, right, let's close that down. We don't need that. I kind of feel like we don't need that open. Let's stick with this. Hopefully, we can see a little bit more movement. I tell you what, let's really quickly have a look at the trade analysis for this week. Where do we sit in terms of some of that liquidation? What are traders doing? You can see the market's super boring right now. 78 million shorts. Not a lot in the long. So let's look for the week ahead. What does that look like? Pretty interesting split. You'd argue that most or the majority is going long on the markets. However, probably fair to say that it very much feels like a 50-50 or even like a 53-47 kind of split in terms of where people think long and short. Lots of people trading big on Bybit. They actually just got announced on their Mika license. Interesting, by the way. See where that all plays through. Binance obviously being a big deal as well. So yeah, let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Crypto Homes, what's going on, buddy? Pumped till we die like the stonks did. Boomers, hopefully. I think I meant to say stocks, by the way. But yeah, hopefully we see it. We are in a 5-year cycle, aren't we? If we continue 2020. Yes, Craig. Exactly that. Yeah, always try and use dollars. Yeah, dollars are way easier to understand than... It's like occasionally, like my stuff puts it into like pounds for the UK, and you're like, what the hell does that mean? I couldn't even tell you what the price of Bitcoin is in a pound. I don't even care. Check out bridgefront.fun. This will change the game. Crypto John's in the house. What's going on, buddy? I'll take a look at that for sure. Normal cycle would end around the 15th of November. Yeah, I think I have my... What do I have? Did I have it still my chart here? Yeah, so I've got 18th of August as a potential first top in the market. And then I think we talked about like 25th of October as potentially being the cycle high, unless we go into 2026, and then obviously no one's going to care. But yeah, we'll see. Crypto John, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Zeus to the moon, really rich. What's going on, buddy? I watch crypto and USD, so coins look to be... Yeah, I do as well. The only awkward thing is when you have to pay for something in like UK money, and you're like, oh man, I need more than what I just put in. Like, what the hell? What the hell, bro? Anyway, it's all good fun. All good fun, if you ask me. Only 3 in the marbles race, which is fine. Yeah, so many major disasters in one year. Yeah, I mean, the markets are crazy in terms of how that's all kind of played through, and the fact that we've seen so much. Equally, you would argue as well that we've seen some of the most bullish news ever. The difference here is, if we were back in 2021, some of this news that's coming out would literally have skyrocketed the market. Now people are a bit like, all right, ETF's bought over $500 million worth of Bitcoin. All right, cool, whatever. Really Rich says, wish could drop a meme coin, brother. The last person that came in literally went and launched a meme coin and sent me some of the supply. So yeah, it's not that difficult to launch a meme coin. What's hard about launching a meme coin is making it successful. That's all I would say. Loads of people think it's easy to launch a coin. It's not. It's really hard. And if you don't have like a way of kind of making it happen, it's super difficult, and you just end up getting wrecked, in my opinion. So even when people go to like pump.fun, ape.store, all those kind of things, like, yeah, it's not easy at all. Not easy. Just in my opinion, by the way. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. We're at 24,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much for the support, by the way. Interesting, when we get these likes hyped up, way more people come in and enjoy the content, which is great, by the way. Likewise, good audience turning up on YouTube tonight. You guys are crushing it. 76 likes. Let's get to 100. Like, I reckon we could do it. Greg says, sorry, I didn't realize we were having a race. What's the bet? Yeah, it's in the description and also in the pinned comment. 100,000 to the wallet in the pinned comment. And yeah, gonna get some aerodrome finance as a reward. What's the story with AI lying and manipulating humans? Don't know about that. I feel like that's a bit of HAL 2021 kind of thing. Don't know anything about that, so I apologize. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Aero's looking pretty bullish still, by the way. Obviously, we've kind of looked at this before, but yeah, Aero's looking in good news. What? Live access has been removed. Why would TikTok? What did I say? Like, genuinely, what did I actually say? This platform is literally the most cooked thing in the world. It is literally the most ridiculous thing in the world. Oh, God. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Like, it is just the most ridiculous platform in the world. It's the most ridiculous platform in the world. Fuck my life. Honestly. Honestly, it is absolute. I don't even know what did I say? What did I actually? I mean, I get it before when I've been like, oh, you should definitely think about buying this coin, or you like, what did I actually say? What did I actually say that would have like? Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, look, 26.8%. Look at that, $67. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it is. It is wild. In fairness, it is wild. Yeah, they're not all mine. Like, there's loads of scam accounts over there and all sorts of stuff. But I get it before where I've been like, oh, this, that, and the other. But I don't even know what I said. Don't even know what I said. Anyway, whatever. Aaron, what's going on, buddy? Let's go Bitcoin XRP and Chico token. Chico. Official Musk, Trump, and Barron look bullish. Wow. Really Rich says crazy. Yeah, man, I actually can't believe that. It's such a cooked platform. Such a cooked platform. Is there a way of like chatting to somebody? It's just, unless you go on there and dance around like a dickhead, it's like, it just doesn't like it. But anyway, yeah, it does. It does suck. But again, it's like one of those platforms, lesser of two evils. Like, you know, maybe I should start doing it on like Instagram or something. Yeah. Cookie DAO for the win? Maybe. Maybe. Right, I'm clicking refresh. What have we got? Let's see. Oh, Craig made it at the last minute. Get it, Craig. Oops. There you go. Right, just 4 people. People not feeling it. I get it. I understand. I understand. 2-bit losing more and more weight. Hit the like. Do you think that's actually true, by the way? RH, do you think I have? Did you get banned again? Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, yeah, for sure. If you are on an agency, the manager deals with the bans, etc. Oh, really? Yeah, but how do I get a how do I actually get a manager? That's the big question. That is the big question. So yeah. TikTok feelings are hurt. He's on us. What the hell is that? Ozempic. The hell is that? What? Ozempic. I don't even know what that is. What even is that? Thanks, mate. RH. I appreciate it. Aaron says yeah as well. Hey, you guys can come again. I'm bullish on you guys. I actually just made the screen a little bit narrower. Oh, Jesus. Easy to get an agency, especially with your YouTube experience. I'll have to have a look then. I mean, it's not like a super crazy. I haven't been banned. Bear in mind, I'm literally on a ban warning, so I've not been banned, which would have been a disaster. But what's annoying is I like send them a message and I'm like, why? Like, why has this happened? And then they just don't like come back to me. They're not like, oh, like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I might end up getting banned actually. They might just ban it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I wish I could devour Ozempic. I don't even know what it is, Laura. What the hell is it? Don't do it, Pete. What's Pete said? Savannah Pete says, I've never registered to join TikTok, not missing anything. I don't think so. I don't think so. My attention span has decreased and watched so much. Yeah, I mean, TikTok is wild for that kind of stuff. It is wild, but the fat loss jabs. Oh, right, okay. No, that's not true. TikTok is awesome, yeah. They need to fix it ASAP. Yeah, it's wild. But the thing is, I've literally talked to some people and I'm like, what the hell? Like, can you just tell me what I'm saying that's getting me banned? And they're like, thanks for your question. Don't make, we like all our community not to get banned. And you're like, fucking, that doesn't help me, does it? You massive set of dickheads. It's a diabetic medication that all the celebrities are using for weight loss. Someone said to me, do you know the best way to lose weight? Eat less and move more. So I was like, right, okay. Seems like a logical way forward. Right, let's do this. Only four of you are feeling it tonight. So that is life, I'm afraid. And let me just try and find something bullish. And we'll see. I feel losing my brain cells joining TikTok. Yeah, it's pretty wild over there. It is pretty wild over there. Interesting fact, all the mods have at least 2 sessions with psychiatrists each week. Far out. What? Okay, right. We are here. We're live and we're ready to thrive. Here they are. Look, the 4 legends. The 4 legends. Let me write that down. Eat less. And what was the other part? Move more. Exactly. Yeah. Why don't you just eat less and move more? No, that's true. That's true. Right. Anyway, good luck. We got FA41, F110, BF91, and D677. The prize, 400,000 Marbitz. It's not really. It's a prize of aerodrome. Did I put it in the chat? Did I put it in? Like, I can't remember what it was. Like $50. Did I say $50? I can't remember what I said. What did I say? Or did I just say you can win some aerodrome? I think maybe I said win some. Maybe I said win some aerodrome. Vern says sent yours to the wrong wallet. For fuck's sake, Vern. What wallet do you send it to? And you tell me now what I'm about to do with a bloody race, Vern. What wallet do you send to you, massive chopper? Gorilla Glue, stick to the best for weight loss. Well, just do it. That's fine. 400k bits would take me to my 30 million, yeah. One time out, Vern. Vern, where did you send it to? I just need to know where you sent it to, and then I'll say, I need to come out here. And I need to know what wallet you sent it. 3952. What the hell is that? 3952. What? John, I'm out, chat. So good evening. Thank you. Hey, John, thank you so much, buddy. See you later, John. Right, hold on a minute. I'm gonna start moving. I better be skinny. It's all right. I've come back out now, Vern. I've literally come back out. I need a wallet number though. I need a wallet number I'll just type your name and I'll double check. I'll double check and make sure that you have actually done it. Right, 5. Let's add Vern in. Vern's in. Right, everyone's in. Let's do it. Bots, go. What do you think price of BTC will be in 2027? Great question. Probably about $180,000. Just my prediction. Just my prediction. Right. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Right. Good luck, Vern's and everybody. Let's drop it like it's hot and let's see who's going to walk away with the prize. Let's see who's going to get it. Most common problem with weight is you not sitting. Oh, dear me. Maybe. Right. Who's out in the front? BF91 takes an early lead. FA41's in there as well. Let's get bullish. Let's get bullish. Where have you gone? Oh, my God. There was like a big yeet-a-rover. What the heck? Where have you guys gone? In fact, how have you got to this side? What? FA41's gone that way. Everyone else gone that way. Does FA41 know something that the rest of us don't? You got to get through the hearts and up to the top and all sorts of crazy stuff right now. BF91, though, is looking speedy. Aaron says Bitcoin 250k. Let's hope so. F110, a veteran of these races. Vern's in there as well. Can never be written off. FA41, though, now looking like he's just dropping behind or she's dropping behind, but could be coming in fresh. as the left-hand side slows down. The hill not quite as steep. FA41 needs to get a finger out. Looks like BF91, F110, though, battling it out. You've got to be careful as you go around there. Looking for the turbo boost coming in. Vern's not sleeping. Vern's coming in. There's the boost. F41, big boost up to the top. Vern's in there as well. Man, I don't know why it moves so slow. Does anyone know how to get the speed up on it? Like, it's super, super slow. Right, who have we got this end? BF91, F110, D677. Vern now getting stuck. It's going to be a mad dash till the end. They've got a few bits to go through. Who's leading? BF91 from F110. FA41's in there as well. They go in separate ways. F110 decided he was going to pull out of the slipstream. He might have gone the right way. FA41, we wrote off. D677's coming through as well. Vern at the back. BF91's gone one way. FA37, I don't even think he's racing, has gone the other way. F110 now looking like they're in front. I moved my little finger earlier. That made me fitter. Nice tomato, Pete. That's the way to do it. Finger strength, Pete. I've gone too muscle finger. F110 is in there. BF91, FA41. Who's going to take the win? BF91 looks like he's still going to get bullish. Who's going to take the win? We'll see them drop through the hearts. Here we go. It's BF91 versus F110. Who's going to get it? FA41's not messing around. It's a big move. Who gets in? Oh, BF91. Craig. Vern taking up the rear. Not anything weirder. Obviously, there you go. BF91. Congratulations. We will send out that Aerodrome Finance to you very soon. Unless you want bits, it's up to you. Let me know. Send me a message. Aerodrome Finance or bits. Not both. Not both. Anyway, right. You massive set of choppers. Where are we at? 2206. We're now banned again from TikTok. All feels like a good night. A good night's work, doesn't it? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And hopefully we can maybe sort something out. But anyway, it is all fun as well. Be careful of injuries, Pete. Make sure there's bits is fine. Okay, Craigie boy, we'll send you them. No dramas, sir. No dramas at all. Right. Fingers crossed we'll see some solid movement in the markets. We've got a pretty interesting week coming up. And as always, remaining super bullish. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow night, as always, with all the latest and greatest. 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. in the UK. Don't forget, if you want to follow me on all my social media links, all are in the description, so check those out. But until tomorrow, everybody, have a good night. Catch you soon, and see you in a bit.
Thank you.